You know where you are?
This is Nollywood Pictures TV.
Serious with your job. Your duty is to supervise the maidens and other staffs. What is wrong with you? All you do is to gossip from morning to night. Next time I find you wanting, I will not only have you dismissed, but I will lock you up.
Sorry, my king.
Nonsense. And you? Your job is not only following the queen around. If the food is ready, give it to the prince.
Father, my mother's portrait in my room is missing. Do you happen to know who took it?
Oh, well, I don't understand you.
You have not answered my question, Father.
I said I don't understand what you are talking about. Listen, if this sudden madness that has befallen you has started again, get out of my sight now.
I'm not going to leave your presence without an answer, Dad.
I said I don't know what you are talking about. I have not entered your room today. Even if I see any portrait there, what will I be doing with it?
You talk like this, Father? I am talking about my mother's portrait, Father. You talk like this. How can you be so insensitive? Father, if you talk like this, then you leave me no other option than to burn down this palace. I kept my mother's portrait in my room. Now it is missing. It simply means that someone walked in there and took it out. I need answers.
Have you asked the chef? Because they are the people that have access to your room.
Isioma.
Yes, sir.
Get me the other meetings now. Fast!
Who among you removed the portrait in my son's room?
Your Majesty, I have not entered the prince's room since this morning when I went to dress it. And he said I shouldn't worry. Even while I left, the portrait was still there, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, now I'm always confined to the compound. Just to foresee who goes in and comes out of this palace. I don't have access in there.
Your Majesty, the portrait was there when I left the room, sir. I don't know what happened to the portrait.
So, the portrait suddenly grew wings and flew away. Is that what you are telling me? I'll get to the root of it. You can all go.
Father, I just might get to the root of this. Before you, if you do not act adequately, ask your wife about this portrait, for I am going to step my feet in the dark to unveil whoever is behind this. Ask your wife.
A threat, I suppose.
The anger is too much. Onye ga quench the fire.
Isioma. Isioma. How many times did I call you? See, something in me deeply tells me that you know what happened to that portrait. I am convinced that you know what happened to that portrait. It didn't just grow legs, not develop wings and fly out.
Biaikena, the king just summoned us once. Don't allow them call us the second time.
You think I'm agitated? Now let me tell you, even when he was scolding us, I saw your legs shaking. Your heart was just pumping fast.
Did you see my heart? Did you open my chest and see my heart? Don't try me,
And don't point at me, I'm not your mate. I'm not your mate. I'll deal with you in this battle. Don't ever try it. Have you suddenly lost your mind? Nonsense.
Isioma, you are the seer in the palace. After all, you are the one with the regist here. What exactly happened to the prince's mother's portrait?
That I don't know.
You have to know.
I do not even enter the prince's room the way you do.
I don't.
As a matter of fact, you should know better.
Isioma, see, if you don't have respect, you should have fear. That portrait didn't just disappear just like that. Someone in this palace took it. So what are you telling me? Let's call a spade a spade.
What I know is that the prince is very, very angry. And I know he will do all he can to get who took that picture away from that place.
Is it not our prince? I trust him now.
It's not me. It's not me.
Ana wakola.
Your Majesty, this cold war going on between you and your son Prince Charles has gotten to the point that even our market women are discussing about it in the open market. I came to see you so that we can please end this issue. Do I care? Do I look like I care? Even they like, let them take it to the moon. I don't care. When his mother left this palace, it was celebrated all over the new space. So, why would this one be more than a breaking news? My only take is that halotous woman will not be buried in the cemetery of my forefathers. No. You are the one stretching this issue, Your Majesty. How do you mean? You lack the spirit of forgiveness, even to the death. Queen Elizabeth is a woman you married out of love. You ought to have forgiven her and allowed all these issues to rest. Ishiamwelim. Your Majesty, I take exception to that. You said I lack the spirit of forgiveness? How can you say a thing like that? Listen, there is a limit to what I can take from you. Do you even know the weight of her crime against my mother? My dear mother? To err is human, and to forgive is divine. This is an age-long poetic word, and we must imbibe it daily. Allow your son to bury his mother and stop making our kingdom a subject matter in the entire state. You love your mother so well. So how then do you think that a son can just throw away his mother just like that? even a mad woman's son take his mother home and batter her. I will tell you before I leave that you are fighting a futile war, Your Majesty.
Ichie,
Your Majesty.
you are getting on my nerves. The only reason I will not walk you out of my palace is because of the position you are holding in this palace. Don't dare me.
Your Majesty, please withdraw those hard words before I leave.
And if I don't, what will happen?
I will not lead you astray, but I only advise you to end this cold war in your palace. I beg to leave, Your Majesty.
I told you to strip Ichie Welim of his title, but you said no. Now look at it. Look at the kind of words he uttered before the king of this land. The other day he complained to you that I insulted him. So tell me, why wouldn't I insult him? When all he do is go about and gossip against this royal home.
Ichie Welim is a member of the royal cabinet. He has right to his opinion.
Oh, really? So, if that is the case, why are you angry then?
I have warned you. Stop meddling in the palace affair. You have no right over our palace decisions. I have warned you. Whatever I said to him, he is a man. He will understand. Anyways, what happened to the portrait in my son's room?
I don't understand. Which portrait?
Queen Elizabeth's portrait my son kept in his room. Who removed it?
My king, with all due respect, I refuse to be insulted. You are accusing me? Oh, come on. This question shouldn't be directed to me. It should be to the workers. What's my business with the portrait?
You are raising your voice? No. Why are you raising your voice on me? Have I taken out the dignity in you as a woman? I only asked you a simple question.
Hey, this is nothing. Do not let this have effect on you. Definitely your father will have nothing to do with that portrait. Either the queen sent someone to get it, all in the bid to get at you. But hey, relax. You have the original copyright. You can give it to someone or give it to me. I will make a bigger one for you.
What exactly is going on here? I need to know what is going on here. I mean, the portrait was just, it was right there. You know?
Hey, baby.
What are you saying to me? That I should forget my mother's portrait just like that? Something very close to my heart?
Hey, baby. This is not the mission, remember?
What is the mission?
This is just a way to slow you down. Let us just forget it and fight for your mother's place in this palace. I spoke with my father and he said your mother has the first son. She never got married to another man. She had children 10 months after she left the palace. That means those children are your blood. You can go for a DNA test just to prove your mother right or wrong. Come on, baby. Please. Let us just do this.
Your father said that?
Yes.
You just have a way of, I don't know how you do it, baby, but you just make it easy. Huh? You make it so easy, thank you.
That's why you have me.
Yes.
So now, can my baby please take me home?
Nah, I'd like for you to spend the night.
Come on, babe. Do you want my father to kill me?
No. I'm going to give him a grandson that looks exactly like me. And he's going to fall in love with him.
Then you need to do the right thing.
You! I can't catch you off guard now, can I? You're mischievous, you know that, right?
Yeah. Thank you for always listening to me.
Thank you for being my weakness. I love you more.
Who is that? Who is that?
Open a bag.
What do you want?
We want to see His Majesty.
Go and tell him that the twins are here to see him.
Okay, I'm coming.
The hatred is too much. I get you see my king when I'm no man.
Your Majesty, I have two people at the gate. They said they want to see you.
Bring them in.
Okay, Your Majesty.
So, Father, who must have taken the portrait? Because I don't know anything about it.
Don't bother yourself. I must get to the root of the matter. Such a thing cannot be missing in this palace. It's not possible.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Sit down.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Thank you.
Who are you?
Your Majesty, my name is Obinna. And here with me is my twin sister, Chiamaka. We are here to complain a serious issue to you.
What is it?
We are the children of your late wife, Queen Elizabeth. I am sure this is the first time you are setting your eyes on us. Our mother told us that you are our father.
Your Majesty, please, that is not why we are here. We are here to beg you to please help us warn your son to leave us alone. Let him allow us bury our mother. He has been threatening us, saying all sorts of things to us, Your Majesty.
Who has the possession of her corpse?
Her corpse is with me, Your Highness. But he has been disturbing us. He said he wants to bury her here in the palace.
Bury her? I said bury her. Don't tell me when, where and how. I don't care. Just bury her. All I know is that that woman's corpse must not enter this palace. And now listen, both of you. I don't want to see any of you anywhere around this palace. Am I well understood? Now get out. I said get out!
Father, you are too harsh on them. They are the children of the former queen. And I've asked for your permission to go ahead. Ordering them out is not a good idea.
Get out. Now! What's all this? Suddenly, everybody appears to have gone mad.
The hatred is too much. I get you see my king when I'm no man. Wait for me, Nanio. Oh, if I know you. Malupa no Kenya na mare kwani na odia. Agemebe si obene no kokama. Ibe Malaysia kunuwa. Manem akazu sonyaga. Malupa no Kenya de no. Manem yewa mono moli. Obonye melife nada. Obonye melife nada.
So you've been going to your mother's family house, demanding to know where they kept the corpse of your mother. I thought you know. And you have been shouting, disturbing the entire neighborhood, this palace. And you did see them walk out now.
I don't have a business with those people. I have my plans.
They came here begging me to beg you to allow them bury their mother.
Is that all they came for?
Charles, why don't you allow peace to reign? Allow them bury their mother. Please.
Dad, I want to ask you a question. After my mother left the no, let me rephrase. After you threw my mother out of the palace, did you go back to her people to collect the money you paid on her head?
Her brother refused to bring back the money I paid on her. But I wasn't bothered.
Which leads me to my second question. Did my grandmother, your mother, ever kick their king's men out of this palace when they came here for that issue?
I don't know why you are disturbing me with all this. See, who is even feeding you with all these lies? Who? The only thing I know is that I wasn't married to your mother. She ceased to be my wife the moment she left. That's all.
It doesn't work like that. I hope you remember that when a woman leaves her husband and the man does not go to her family to collect the bride price he paid, that woman remains his wife, even in death.
That's not applicable to me.
Daddy, it's applicable to you because it is tradition. And that tradition has been in existence even before you were born, with all due respect. You cannot change tradition. You cannot twist the law just to support your cause and mission. As it is, you will agree with me that my mother, Queen Elizabeth, is still your wife. I know you don't want to hear it. I get it. But Daddy, both of you are still married. She is still family and must be buried as family. Remember when I told you to call her back, bring her back to the palace so that we can all live as one big family? You refused. And now you see where we are. So you would agree with me, that at this point we can rest this topic Because the truth is staring you and I in the face.
Charles, let me say this again. Your mother cannot be addressed as my wife. Even in death, I disown her.
And I tell you again, Father, that you lie. Tradition is tradition. The law is the law. You cannot twist tradition to favor your mission. You are not INEC, Daddy. You cannot change the constitution of this land.
And I tell you what, I remain obedient to my conviction. Take it to the bank.
We'll see.
The hatred is too much.
My daughter, I invited you because I know you are the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth. And as a true daughter of your mother, you are supposed to be very calm in the face of all this brouhaha. I don't like the corpse of your mother to be used as a toy. Therefore, I advise you to convince your brother and uncle to bury her corpse and thereby put an end to this matter once and for all.
Ichie, I am trying my best. But Prince Charles is not helping issues. Do you know that he stationed some cult guys around our house?
Really?
Yes! Some of them are as strange to me, while some of them I know them. And I know his plans. His plan is to hijack my mother's body during the burial. That is what he wants. Ichie, please, you have to help me. Help me beg Prince Charles to allow us bury our mother in peace.
You mean Prince Charles stationed cult boys around your home or what?
Yes, he did. I am so surprised that he is a cultist. Like I said before, some of those boys are from this community, while others are not. So tell me, what are we supposed to do? Anyway, my brother is doing something about it.
What is he doing? Is he involved in cultism too?
No, my brother is not a cultist.
You mean Obinna is not a cultist? Because two of them are your brothers.
Ichie, I'm talking about Obinna.
Okay.
Obinna is not a cultist.
Okay.
You just want to involve the police and other security agency, that's all.
I see. Well, this is a very important information. I am going to see what to do so as to secure your home. Only if you and your brother will pick up a date and then get back to me.
Okay, Chie, I've heard you. I will discuss it with my brother and get back to you.
As soon as possible.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, I beg to take my leave now.
It's all right, but remember what I said. Pick up a date, you and your brother, and get back to me as soon as possible.
Okay, sir.
Chukwalu, Papa, if I may ask you, what is his main interest on this burial? Because I have noticed all he wants is for us to bury Auntie Elizabeth. Bury Auntie Elizabeth. Bury. Some of them that are closer to the palace will always do the king's decision. In as much as we are hiding the mortuary location from Charles, the king might not want us to bury Auntie Elizabeth at the palace, you know.
My son, you are not far from the truth. King Omenka, I know him too well. If not for what Charles did when the sickness started newly, I wouldn't fight along with him so my sister would be buried in the palace. I just ignored all of them from that royal house.
Well, Ono said it will make sure that everybody is protected. I had to tell him our experience with the strangers mounted around this compound on a daily basis.
Let's be watching them.
Mother without my consent. I have also gone ahead to tell my father, the king, that my stance on this matter will not change.
Okay. In that case, I want you to do one thing. Just one thing. Something that will favor you and your father at the same time. Yeah? Go to the king and tell him that you have accepted to bury your mother outside the palace on one condition. There has to be a DNA test. Yes, to prove the paternity of those twins. Please insist on that. Yeah? Because your mother, I'm her direct kinsman. Therefore, she confided in me that she was